calls the crew.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is your boy, the Legend, here, coming at you with another Orlando update video. Starting, of course, as you can tell, at the Universal Studios Florida, where the gate is all decked out for Halloween Horror Nights 22. Got to go last week to the opening night. It was pretty cool, you know, and I would say probably in a below average year for Horror Nights, but still a fantastic event. Let's go check out all the cool stuff that's going on inside. Well, this is certainly new since the last time I was here on Friday night, so a couple days ago. They have opened up the waterfront pathway. As you can see, this is something that obviously used to be the whole Amity section, where you would have a bunch of shops and games and that kind of stuff. Well, they pushed it out so they could have a walkway on this side, and of course over here is where they're going to build the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Part 2. Of course, the coolest and biggest thing going on is the Gringotts Bank roller coaster, which is going to be in this giant, massive show building warehouse they're building over there now. And it is very tall. It looks to be probably 80 to 100 feet tall and very, very wide. So that's, out of all the rides being built in Florida right now, that's by far the one I'm looking forward to the most. They got a big crane over there to help build it. That's surprisingly not the only crane on site. This massive, massive crane is here as well. And I'm not really sure what that one's building. I'm guessing more of the King's Cross station where the Hogwarts Express is going to load. It's probably what that's going to be in charge of building, and probably some of the buildings in town. But most exciting thing, definitely how big and cool looking that building is going to be. And they open up the pathway, which is neat. It'll give you another place to turn around and you can watch the cinematic spectacular. So I'm going to have to give that a try next time I'm at the park after dark. Now, my main beef this year with Halloween Horror Nights was that there was really no scare zones. They did these scares everywhere, and it really flopped miserably. So what they did, they put like maybe 10 of these diorama type things out in the park, and it didn't work. Now, they did have some cool little things in here, like there's a tribute to a reference to the Caretaker, was an old icon. Also, if you go over here, along with, of course, the legal department's "Do Not Climb" sign, you're going to see a cool reference to a tombstone for Xena, because of course the Transformers ride is being built in the old Herc and Xena building. You see another one of these over here. But really, not having the scare zones, really, it did feel cheap. Now, some of the roaming hordes were cool, and some of them felt like costume characters that were just not very, not up to Universal standards, especially for Horror Nights. I mean, some of the houses were fantastic. Dead End and Gothic were two of the best houses that they've ever done. Completely fantastic. Now, over here, you can see them continuing to build the games for the Simpsons ride. Obviously, they don't have the signs up over there, but over here they do, and they look really, really good. I got a peek at some of the games the other day. Obviously, you can see here they're themed towards the Simpson characters, and you know, got a wide range of characters, and it just looks really, really well done. Not sure when these games are going to open. I mean, you could guess it's going to be basketball and ring toss and whack and itchy, but it looks really cool. Definitely more of that placemaking, creating a more themed environment that fits in really well here. Some cool merchandise over here at the Simpsons exit. This is a shirt that sort of has the map of Crust Kingland on it, the fictional theme park from the ride. I think it's really neat. You see ride building for the ride up there, and just going through all the attractions that are mentioned in the Simpsons ride. And then there's a plushie for Blinky, the three-eyed fish. Construction is yet to start on demolishing the International Food and Film Festival, and to build what all of my sources are saying is going to be the Springfield expansion with a Moe's Tavern and a Krusty Burger, and I just can't wait for that. I would love to go to a Moe's Tavern and get a craft beer. And really, nobody's going to miss this. That looks like really an outdated, bad mall food court. I mean, good riddance. Bring on Krusty Burger. When they started building Transformers, they had to move the Back to the Future stuff. And thankfully, instead of removing it from the park, they just moved it over here, sort of against the end of the Central Park area near the lagoon. Happy to see they did that. It looks good over here. So this booth pisses me off every single year. I always walk by and I'm like, chicken tenders and steak sandwich, that's awesome. It's going to be an awesome sandwich. But no, it's chicken tenders or steak sandwich. Disappointing. All right, here we are at the big construction site right in the middle of the park for the rumored, highly likely, I would bet most of the money in my savings account, Transformers the ride location. You can see it's obviously gone vertical since the last time I did a video. And since the last time I've been here on Friday, they've added more to what's going to be the front wall over here. And the crane's moving around that thing. Anyway, this project's moving along at a record pace, and I imagine we'll see the building springing up in just a similar super quick pace. It's Despicable Me, they got some new merchandise too. Minion slippers. Gonna take a quick look here at some of the awesome Halloween Horror Nights merchandise. Now the merchandise this year has been expanded than years past. We got a lot more stuff this year, especially with all the licensed out houses they have. So they allowed them to do a lot more merchandise opportunity. This shirt, of course, is the shirt they do every year, which has the phrase on the front. And then if you go over here, it's got all the houses on the back. Very cool. Whole bunch of shirts. You got girls' shirts and more girls' shirts and even more girls' shirts. There's one over here for guys. There. And then if you look over here, you got some more stuff for the themed outhouses. You've got Alice Cooper glow in the dark t-shirts. You got Walking Dead t-shirts. Silent Hill t-shirts. And this actually is some of my favorite merchandise over here. You have a very, very, very cool lanyard. Got some hats, some keychains, pins, and you got your typical low merchandise stuff. And then this is interesting. This is trying to piggyback on Disney's Vinylmation success by making this guy. There's only one, and it's expensive, just like Vinylmation at Disney World, and he's $12.95. So there's that. Cool merchandise this year for HHN. I'm a little bummed no Penn & Teller stuff. You know, all the other big licenses had stuff, but no Penn & Teller. Anyway, just got off Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket, and oh man, you get a great view of the construction site for Transformers. And I gotta say, it looks so much better from the air, because you can see that they got a whole basement level set up, and a roof on the basement level. You can see like a big hole in the ground to get down to the basement level. Also on the first floor, you can see that they have like where the ride path is going to be. So just really exciting stuff. If you're coming to the park anytime in the next couple months, you get a great view from up there. So over here at CityWalk, this store opened, PYQ, and it looks like it's a tiny store, but it actually really opens up in the back. And I just went in there for the first time, and they sell kind of weird stuff, like sort of odd toys, like a bottle opener that looks like a luchador Mexican wrestler, and a bunch of weird shaped USB stuff. Kind of an interesting store, but I guess I give it a thumbs up. Interesting addition here at CityWalk. Right now I'm here by Dragon's Challenge, where they are under heavy construction for the Hogwarts Express. Now it's really difficult to get a good construction shot over here. You're either going to get a big fence in the Lost Continent, which has grown since the last time I've been here, or some blurry shots through a fence. But there is, I can tell you from being on the ride, there's tons of construction going on in the middle. It's weird, the station for the train is going to be like right in the middle of the ride, like by the lift, so it's going to be pretty wild. Anyway, lots of heavy construction going on here. You can see some piles of dirt being moved in the background over there. Camera wants to focus on the fence, but trust me, they're there. Anyway, that'll do it for this video update. Love coming to Universal, love seeing all the change. You know, can't be any higher on this resort right now than I am. Can't wait to see what happens. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/CoasterCrew. Tune into In the Loop. We record live every Monday night at 8 on coastercrew.net/live. Also, we're on iTunes. If you want to go ahead and download the podcast, which we go to you every week. That's me and Coaster Clint Novak talking about all the latest and greatest things in the world of roller coasters and theme parks. Check that out on iTunes. Just search In the Loop Rebooted in the podcast directory for your boy, the legend. I'm out.